What's going on, everyone? Steve here from Burke Family 54 Comics. Welcome to another live stream. Today's video, we're going to be talking a lot about Absolute Batman issue 15. We're going to talk about the comic books that came out today and also talk about the CGC in increases in price. Make sure you guys like, subscribe, tell your friends, consider showing up here every time for our videos. I almost said join a channel, but I don't have that on right now. So let's get right into it. I did a video already, a review about Absolute Batman. I got another video coming out tomorrow regarding, again, Absolute Batman 15. But it is what everyone is talking about right now, and I just felt like doing another video. My kid is playing it for a friend, and now is a great time to do another video. Okay, so issue 15 is all about the Joker. We know that issue 16 is going to be the crossover of Absolute Wonder Woman. So here is where we're going to get the origin to Absolute Joker. We hear Bruce and Pennyworth talking about the Joker. This is him actually getting off of an airplane, and he's going to one of his remote islands that he owns because he likes to hunt. This is done by Scott Snyder, Nick Dragotta, Frank Martin, and the art for this issue is done by Jock. So in this issue, they talk about the Jack Grimm character. What's up, dude? How you doing? And how he is the first in a line of 5, in that in the 1880s, he was a street performer, a clown. He was not one of the people in the top hats there. And he used, his charisma to basically get noticed by people, to get people to like him. You always saw people laughing whenever you were around Jack Grimm the first. He was a street performer. His reputation grew. He started a company called Just Kidding JK. He joined some pretty select men's clubs, including the Five Gates Club and a Slaughter Select. He joined some pretty big names as well in those clubs, most notably Andrew Carnegie and John Rockefeller, though he also made sure to have a lot of his work and money donated to charity for children's causes. And then they talk about the second Jack Grimm, Jack Grimm Jr. He devoted a lot of his time to entertainment, movies. We talked about that earlier. He was one of the people that really made sure that movies got off the ground. He created a lot of subsidiaries of JK, named after famous clowns, Pierrot, Hot Frog, Zay, the Jesters, all of that. Jack III was an essential person in creating a cable network news broadcasting companies. The fourth was all about creating video game systems, and the fifth was about computers. And at this point, the current Jack Grimm, the current Joker in the Absolute Universe, is almost a trillionaire at this point. And Bruce is like, okay, well, what's happening here? Where's the smoking gun that you're talking about? And Pennyworth was like, well, on the surface, nothing. There's really nothing happening with this guy. He's eccentric, but isn't all billionaires eccentric? He likes to hunt. He likes to hunt big game. He's a real classic American success story. And he goes, okay, well, I'm not asking, what you know. I'm asking you what you believe. So I talked about it in my video today. This kind of feels like Stranger Things season 4, where you keep just going back to the same scene and they add more and more detail. So when they do that in this issue, again by Scott Snyder, Nick Dragotta, and Frank Martin and Jock, you go back there and you see that Jack Grimm the first, he would sneak into dentist offices and try to get the nitrous oxide to blow into the alley to make people laugh more, to make them more suggestible, to get them to donate more money. It was kind of his trick. The next Jack would try to play both sides to everything, whether it's, the war or TV or, left and right leaning politics, whatever it is. And Bruce goes, well, okay, so what's going on? Like, "Well, why is he doing this?" And he goes, "Well, I always come back to the motto, live life like a clown. A clown plays a fool while making a fool of everyone else. He's a mastermind, the schemer." So what is he scheming up here, guys? What is he scheming up? What up, Phil? How you doing, man? And again, you see him back on an island. Well, all the gold, all the gold in the world just isn't enough for him. He wants more and more and more. And you see again him on the island saying, "Hello, is anyone there?" Now, at this point, this is everything that Pennyworth has sent his people at MI6, but there is more to the story according to Pennyworth. In this scene on that remote island again with Jack Grimm, the Joker, you see a person who's been stranded there for 30 years going, "Oh my gosh, I can't believe I finally found someone." But then he looks, you know, fearful and he starts running away. And actually, the Joker says, "Run." And Batman goes, "Okay, well, again, I don't want to know what you reported. I want to know what you actually believe. Tell me." And he goes, "Okay, I will, but just letting you know, it's kind of crazy." So goes right back to that same scene again, which like I said, it feels like it's a scene in Stranger Things. He feels like there's only ever been just one Jack Grimm. And every time that, Jack Grimm and his family have been involved in something, whether it's movies or politics or something, people would go missing, people would die, people on sets of movies would die. Um, People that were involved in politics or the FBI. According to Pennyworth, he knew someone that died of just a boating accident. Other people would die of car accidents, they'd vanish. Um, they jump off bridges, all of that. Um, there are records of them laughing, Bruce, the Grimm men at the test, talking about how, like, you know, Jack Grimm is something darker than what he appears. His family has made some deadly inventions, including bioweapons and viruses. So Bruce goes, again, what are you getting at? As you see here, Jack Grimm shooting an arrow through the foot of that guy on that remote island. He goes, well, he uses children uh, to basically prolong his life, which is actually, like, I think they've come out and said that, like, if you put like children blood in like older people, they would actually live longer. And he goes, I know this sounds mad, but he used children from the orphanage to make them into something else. And he also added some sort of poisonous toxin to make him into something crazy, make him into a clown, the jester who burns a kingdom and bald the savages, the one who convinces us to kill each other, even as he himself preys on us. The clown is death. The clown is the Joker. He believes, again, like I said earlier, he believes there's only ever been one Jack Grimm, not a second, third, fourth, or fifth, only him. He's had some infernal sciences that it's been helping him, like he talked about with the children and toxins and all of that. I don't know how he does it. I don't know what he does to change from a human into the Joker. When I say, like, yes, they talked about like what they use, but like, how does he go from being a man into, a monster in, like, a blink of an eye? So Bruce goes, again, who is he? He's a Joker. He's a Joker. And you see him eating that guy he was chasing on that remote island. Now, Scott Snyder has come out and said that those red lines above the eyes on the Joker, which you will see on a lot of the variant covers, are actually more teeth. So I don't know where his actual head is or like what's going on there, but like the red lines above his eyes are actually more teeth. Like there's something strange going on there. Yep, I remember that. That was odd. They've shown him several times, including in issue 1, issue 14, issue 7, a bunch of other places as well. And every time it feels like he looks a little different. Like the first time he looks real skinny. That time he looked weird, like he does in this issue. Another time he kind of looks like a politician. Another time he looks just like a normal guy. In this issue, he looks kind of muscular at the beginning. I don't know. It's kind of weird. What up, Dave? So, Bruce walks off saying, I've had enough. I need to go check on his friend Wayland. And, Pennyworth is talking to himself saying he didn't sign up for this. He just wanted to fight. He wanted someone to punch, not monsters everywhere. Then you start seeing him talk about the woman in Gateway City with all of her magic, that being Absolute Wonder Woman, which we will have an Absolute Batman, Absolute Wonder Woman crossover in issue 15 of Absolute Wonder Woman and issue 16 of Absolute Batman. That's coming up very soon. And as Bruce is jumping around Gotham, you see Jack Grimm below Gotham, which is where he's from, looking up and saying, "Oh, hello there." As he gets into his sports car, goes back to his mansion with a butler, and the butler asks him, do you need any food prepared? He goes, "No, I ate." As kind of a callback to him eating that guy at the beginning of the issue. Then he sets his clock, which is like his trap door or trick door for him to go down to his cave, and you get to see the little Joker thing on the wall, which is pretty cool. So I don't know, they're taking a lot of stuff from canon Batman and twisting it here for the Absolute Universe. Jack. So the red above his eyes, Bleeding Cool did a whole thing on it because they took a tweet from Scott Snyder saying the red lines above his eyes are actually more teeth. So take it for what it's worth. It looks kind of weird. I don't know how that would work. I guess we're going to get even, a crazier version of the Joker coming up, which he will be in issues 19 through 25 for that storyline, according to Scott Snyder when he messaged me yesterday. But 16, Absolute Wonder Woman, 17, Absolute Poison Ivy. I don't know about 18. I think 18 might have some of the Robins and Harley Quinn. And I know they're going to be in that next storyline as well. Right. But yeah, I just wanted to go over the issue one more time. It's amazing. 10 out of 10. I don't know how you couldn't like it, even though Batman's hardly in it. I want to say this as nicely as possible. The MCU has been fantastic. The MCU has made a ton of money. The MCU doesn't have the best comic book character in the world. It's Batman. And Batman has the greatest rogues gallery of anyone, including the best villain of all time in the Joker. And for the Joker to be what he is, that's why he gets basically his own issue here. I mean, this book sold 300,000 copies this week. That's how much people like that villain. It's pretty awesome. And if we get the Joker on a big screen again, I think it would do big numbers again. But again, Absolute Batman 15 came out this week. Everyone go pick it up from your local comic book store. I loved it. 10 out of 10. Love to see Jock on this issue. I think Nick Dragotta is coming back of issue 19. But yeah, that's the look at Absolute Batman 15. Okay, let's talk about the comic books that came out this week. I'm going to talk about the books that I picked up, even though I already did a live stream on that. I do like to talk about, what books I get every week. And I got 6 books this week. Well, 5 different ones, but 6 altogether. I got Absolute Batman 15, which we just got done talking about. Here's cover A. I did a whole video on all the covers, but we'll go over them one more time. Mike Mayhew, 616, blue foil in the regular version, red foil, the trade dress for the 616. This is the 8-9 Comics Godtail variant. Alpha Comics, Dave Wilkins. Dave Wilkins again, but trade dress. Jock cover B, who's also the interior artist. Cover C, Ben Oliver. Cover D, Brian Ballard. Cover E, the 1 of 25, Sanford Green. The 1 of 50 Jock Virgin variant, which Dave, I saw your post about how your shop had one. East Coast Comics, Ivan Tao. Planet A Comic Sketch Art, Felix Leon foil variant. Wow, that's a mouthful. Okay, see the red lines? Those are more teeth. Third Eye Comics, Glenn Fabry. Unknown Comics, Tyler Kirkham. We got a Virgin, we got a trade dress, and a foil. Whatnot, Clay Man. So that's all the covers. In fact, they actually just put out another one today. Actually, just let me see if I saved it on my phone. Let me see if I can pull it up here. So much teeth. I know, man. Hope Pedro Pascal gets cast as absolute Joker. Hilarious. Hilarious, dude. Nick Dragotta. I pull it up here real quick. Sorry, guys. Want to make sure I show this off since we just got done talking about Absolute Batman 15 and all the covers. So, okay. Image. Okay. So that is the first look at an exclusive comic book for Absolute Batman 15 by Nick Dragotta. It is a wraparound cover, limited to 1,000 copies, $50, 50 bones for this limited 1 of 1,000 Third Eye Comics wraparound cover by Nick Dragotta, featuring the origin of Absolute Joker. I just thought it was a cool cover, but I'm not paying $50 for that. I'm just not. Okay, so got Absolute Batman 15. Also getting Action 1093, cover A. Also getting Aquaman 12, that is a DC KO, where he's fighting Hawkman. I'm getting TMNT 13. I'm getting 2 covers for that. I'm skipping cover A. I'm getting, there's a 1 of 100 doesn't win. I'm not getting that. 1 of 100. Okay, see, there's a blind bag ones you could get. Raza, Ben Bishop, 1 of 25. 1 of 25, Nathan Zerdy. 1 of 250, David Nakayama. I like that. Trade dress. Here's a 1 of 50, Clayton Crane. I'm getting the trade dress of that and a blind bag. This is a 1 of 75, Daniel Warren Johnson. Ben Bishop. Jared Cullum. Okay, yeah, I'm getting the Clayton Crane trade dress. So, and a blind bag as well. Because, I got this book out of a blind bag. Might as well see if I can get another, cool book out of one. So, by the way, when you guys see the video for Friday that I just got done editing, Hobby Syed Shah foil. Just know that as soon as I got done editing that, I I dusted in here because yeah, it looked bad. It looked bad. It just did. You'll know what I mean when you guys see the video. Okay, like I said, Absolute Batman 15, Action 1093, Hawkman versus Aquaman for Aquaman 12, TMNT 13, Crane and blind bag. And I'm also getting DCKO Wonder Woman versus Lobo. Cover A. Cover B, Dan Panosian. Cover C, Joel Jones. Cover D, Elizabeth Torque. Cover E, Eddie Barros. Getting cover A. So it's a DC day plus some TMNT. I mean, that's just a great day for me. It really is. But yeah, Absolute Batman, Action, Comics to 93, Aquaman, Wonder Woman, and then TMNT 13. So that's what I'm getting this week. Just wanted to do a quick live about what books are coming out today that I'm getting. Talk about Absolute Batman one more time. I got another video coming out tomorrow about Absolute Batman again. Loved it so much. I think everyone is talking about it. Some people are talking about it earlier than others, but it is what it is. That's a video for today. Again, I'm Steve from Burke Family 54 Comics. Let me know in the comment section what you guys think about Absolute Batman 15. What books did you guys pick up this week? All of that and more. All right, guys, thanks for watching. And as always, go Cats, Cowabunga, and it's morphin' time.